Welcome in, everyone. I hope you guys are doing great as always, wherever you're watching from today. We have a fun topic to talk about, and that is a message President Donald Trump shared while at Fort Bragg, speaking to the troops, taking in a forced demonstration exercise. He made his stance on what will happen to America's enemies crystal clear. We're going to play that video for you here. It's pretty cool. But before we do, as always, please make sure to like and subscribe. Comment with your thoughts below on what you want to see happen with the military under President Donald Trump's leadership. Make sure to hit that bell so you always know when a new video is coming. Now, let's get into it. President Donald Trump was at Fort Bragg on Tuesday, June 10th, to give a speech to the troops and also watch a few different demonstrations that were unfolding at the base. Forced demonstrations, kind of a neat thing going on there. Obviously, he's very proud of our military. Trump loves the troops love Trump. It feels good to have a commander-in-chief that actually is willing to smash our enemies, but at the same time doesn't feel like we've got to get involved in every stupid conflict around the globe. So let's real quick watch Trump taking in a little bit of the military action. Let's roll that clip right now.
Enter Q3, target ID, Delta Tango, 4547, fire.
So that right there was President Trump watching some of the exercise and demonstrations at Fort Bragg. As a guy who loves military history, loves watching videos like that, I thought it was pretty cool. But that's not all President Trump did. He then addressed the troops, talked a little bit about the history of the United States, and made one thing crystal clear to our enemies. If you test America, if you threaten America, we are going to come steamroll you in the middle of the night. Black Hawk helicopters are going to fly in, and there's not anything you're going to be able to do to stop it. Let's watch Trump's remarks right now.
But our army is smashed. Foreign empires humbled kings, toppled tyrants, and hunted terrorist savages through the very gates of hell. Our soldiers do not rest until they win. You know that better than anybody. From June 1775 to June 2025, those foolish enough to challenge America's army have been met with unyielding strength, unbreakable spirit, and unstoppable, overwhelming force. Time and again, our enemies have learned that if you dare to threaten the American people, American soldier will chase you down, crush you, and cast you into oblivion. That's what happens, unfortunately. Doesn't sound very nice, but it's true, isn't it? The last sound you ever hear will be the chilling howl of Black Hawks in the dead of night, the thunderous boom of artillery fire, or the ferocious roar of a U.S. Army infantry brigade charging over the horizon. That brigade is going to charge like you've never seen before, and hopefully I can keep you out of that, but if I don't, you're ready. Is that right? If I can keep you out of it. If I keep you out of it, that's okay, but if we need it, you're ready. You know, it's called peace through strength, isn't it? Peace through strength. For our adversaries, there's no greater fear than the United States Army. They all fear us, and we have the greatest force anywhere on earth. You know, you read different stories that others are building and building and building. We have a force like no other. They said it would take 5 years to defeat ISIS. We did it in 4 weeks. 4 weeks. We let him go. Unlike other of your leaders, I let him go. And we had General Raisin Kane, who's now the head of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, because I liked him. He was a warrior. He was a great warrior. And Now he's been rewarded for his incredible work. But they said it would take 5 years, so we did it in 4 weeks. Someday I'm going to ask him to explain that one to me. But it was the television generals that said that. The real generals got out and fought, and nobody fought like them ever. But for the American people, there's no greater pride because you are the righteous sword of American justice and the ultimate shield of American freedom. This week, we remember that we only have a country because we first had an army. The army was first. In fact, the army was even before the country. You know that, right? 1 year before the country. After.
So there you have President Donald Trump making it crystal clear in no uncertain terms that if you are a bad guy and you want to come after the United States of America, if you want to threaten our people, if you want to put our people in danger, if you want to threaten our liberty, if you want to threaten our way of life, you are going to die. It is that simple. Our military is the strongest military on the planet, and it ain't close. There are idiots out there who want you to believe that there are people that can militarily compete with the United States. Those people are 1,000% wrong. We've got the best Army, we've got the best Air Force, we've got the best Navy, and our Marines will kick ass whenever they are asked to do so. That is what they all do, and that is what they have done ever since they were created. Whether it's World War II or any other conflict, when we decide bad people got to go, there is nothing that is going to get in our way. And it felt like for a little bit that even though our military has always been the strongest, some of our enemies and adversaries started to believe that they could smell blood in the water, that they could smell weakness, that they could smell that maybe the United States had lost a step. Well, I'm here to tell you that's not true. Most people, or many people, might not have the balls or guts to say it. I certainly do. The United States military will crush anyone who gets in our way. And I loved seeing President Donald Trump talk about Black Hawks flying through the night. And he knows all about that because that's how they got the leader of ISIS, Baghdadi. They sent in a bunch of helicopters, middle of the night. Baghdadi was terrified out of his mind. Delta Force and Army Rangers landed on the target, secured it, and took out anyone who wanted to put up a fight. And they've done that over and over and over again, far too many times to count. It is great that we're finally feeling this new sense of pride in the military. We're feeling this new sense of energy, the adrenaline, the patriotism, because that's what it's going to take to keep America great. That's what it's going to take to make sure our military never loses its edge. As long as we have the strongest military on the planet, then we will always have the best country and the safest country and the most secure country on the planet. And for every piece of garbage out there that wants to threaten our way of life or wants to come after us, just know we will absolutely pulverize you. That was President Trump's message. Get ready to die. That is more or less it summed up. Get ready to die. We don't want problems with anyone. We are a very peaceful people. But if you come after the United States of America, our military, to put it as simply as possible, will kick your ass. And that's what Trump was saying. It's the correct message. It's the message that needs to be shared. And I loved hearing it. But I want to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments what you think about Trump's message. Make sure to like and subscribe. Hit the bell so you never miss a video. And as always, I'll catch you all next time.